See, it's been way too long. What's up, all you amazing geeks and gamers? My name is Brian Donahue, and I am your one-legged GM. Um, Today, we're going to jump back into a series that we used to do every Sunday or so. We're going to do one-legged design, layout and design. So it's where I work through the process of doing layout in InDesign for whatever project I'm currently working on. This project that I'm working on right now is actually another of Luke Hart, DM Lair magazine. This one actually happens to be for November. So what you see here will end up going out um, into his Patreon folks in November. Just to let you know, a couple things going on here. We do have ads set up, and I'll let you know when they're coming. We're going to work right through it. Before I get started much further, let's go ahead and crank the music. Anyways. And then let's get into it. All right. So, right now, we are on. I have way too many freaking windows open right now. Over there. And they're all bouncing at different times, which is really fun. So, let me know if the music, as always, let me know if the music's too loud, if it's over me, whatever. I just like the background music. So, let's get on with the show. This is where I left off. Yep, I just placed that graphic. So now I gotta find a graphic for a throne room. So for those of you who don't, or who have not been here for a while, I'm a graphic designer on the side. So what I'm doing here is I'm using layouts. We use stock imagery for Luke's projects, at least for these custom artwork for the for his Kickstarter for his big projects, of which there's one starting in 2 days, which is really cool. So, we need Fantasy Throne. Let's just see what we've got as far as the throne room goes. Throne room. The room is wall slants diagonally. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'll never find something like that. Let's see if we can find at least a throne room. So, as always, we exclude generative AI because generative AI bad. Basically, what I'm looking for here is something I can place in. Actually, that one's not bad at all. I don't even think I have to do anything with that one. Cool. So we'll download that. So what I always do, I know you can't see everything that I'm doing right now. And by the way, I am kind of watching the chat. So if you have a question or anything, I will try to answer. I will try to see it. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but try to see it. So what we do now is we go ahead and make this suitable for the spot we're putting it in. This is kind of the brush I'm using for most of this project specifically. It's a nice soft edge brush. For those who are not familiar with Photoshop, what I'm doing is what's called a layer mask. So you may see some Photoshop techniques, you'll see some InDesign techniques in this series. It's been way too long since I've done this. So the layer mask basically masks out part of the image, or the layer in this case. Save it, export it as a PNG. So we just ended up finishing up our Fringe Kickstarter. And earlier today, I had an amazing chance to have an interview with EN World Magazine's their non-D&D or not D&D podcast. Jessica was amazing as a host. She was fantastic. It was fun talking about it. I'll post those links in the Discord whenever I get a chance. I feel like that music's way too loud. It's too loud for me. Anyways. Come on. Wakey, wakey. I'm not going to be on here very long today. It's going to be about an hour. Really need to get back into this. It's been too long since I streamed due to various health and life issues. So that's there. For those who are playing along at home, this is the space that's going in. And we're going to do some fun stuff with it. So, find that. Everything's thrown into one folder, so it can be used for both the 5e and the PF2 Pathfinder 2 versions, which is something cool that Luke does. Basically, you get both versions, well, depending on your level, get either one or the other, or both, I believe. I know, it looks like we're covering part of it, and we are right now, but this, by the way, is why you hire a professional graphic designer when you can't do it yourself. So you can get cool looking stuff like this. You are a bit too high. Yeah, that'll work. All right, one last one for this section here. Now I've got one more section. Key crystal. Oh, this is the Horde Golem. I need treasure. Don't we all? I feel like we're listening to Indiana Jones right now. Right? what I love about this playlist is that it just kind of sounds like that. Wild Wild West. So Indiana Jones or even Blazing Saddles. That's it. Blazing Saddles. So here we try to find something that looks like a treasure chest that's not obviously underwater. Grief. Used an awful lot of treasure stuff. Underwater or no, that'll work. All right. Cool. Download it. And let's see if I can break the computer. It is absolutely Blazing Saddles or Bonanza. Yep. Oh, that's way too clean. Okay. So now we'll see how much this stutter stops the. Let me just break the computer. If I go away, it's because I did actually break the computer. Well, let's see. So now it's got to think for a little bit. So I have these cool in Photoshop. You can have these cool what we call actions that are preset that actually allow you to do. It basically transforms the image in a lot of ways. Abstract extract. All right. Late 90s, early. No. Mid 2000s video game. Probably some adventure game. Sorry, I talked to myself. What can I say? So, let's see here. Fun. If anybody's watching, feel free to jump in the chat. I'd love to chat with you, ask questions. I think I broke my Photoshop. Nope, there it is. This is part of what takes so long in doing this is actually getting the graphics right. As you can see over here on the right edge, you can see it's actually applying a bunch of different transformations to it. I still need to do some graphics, don't I? Gotta do a B-back soon for this. I need to do a generic B-back soon for the ad stuff. And now we're playing Touch of Frost. I think this. I just looked in the corner right over my left shoulder, over there, right there. It's a statuette I put. I had in the background of my interview. Um, that is a Rob Miller original um, statuette of course, Ash from all the Living Dead movies. Super nice guy, amazing sculptor, amazing FX artist. Got it a couple years ago. It's cool. Huge Ash fan, and big Rob fan as well. All the fun stuff. So if you didn't know it, we just finished up the Physanthrus Guide to the Fringe Kickstarter. We're doing all kinds of fun stuff with that. I'm going to toss into the chat now. Links, of course, Discord, YouTube, website, all the fun stuff. As we are waiting so diligently for this thing to process. Almost. Yeah. Anyways. I know it's freaking out, right? It's getting there. So this is a watercolor action that gives it a watercolor like texture or look. It's still thinking, but because I'm doing all of the video as well, my computer's going, no, please, no. It's kind of funny. Now it's drawing the lines. Wow, this really slows it down. So as we talk about this, coming up, I've got September 27th, Saturday. It's Saginaw. Saginaw Comic Con, I think. It's a live event in Saginaw, Michigan. Michigan GT is that first weekend in October, I think 3rd, 4th, 5th, 4th, 5th, 6th, something like that. We'll be there. We'll actually be running a Stealing Scenes tournament with prizes. Plus, we'll be there with all the cool stuff. Trying to think what else. All kinds of stuff going on. And then end of October, I'll be at a library at some point. I love how it like takes that, makes you think it's going to do that. But so I'll be at a library here in Grand Rapids for an author's night. That'll be a fun one. And then I'll be Grand Rapids Comic Con, second week in November, where we will be launching Physanthrus Guide to the Fringe, the sci-fi setting. Assuming I can get everything done. It's a strong assumption. We'll get it. I'm a lot of the way done now. It's getting, as soon as I get some stuff knocked out, I can crank on at full speed. Backer kit's going live for that. Working on that. What else? going on? If you're asking why this isn't a tabletop RPG setting or thing, it's because, well, this is a tabletop RPG source splat book that I'm laying out. And we'll actually do this process for Physanthr's Guide to the Fringe as well, which would be really, really cool. All right, come on, Photoshop. Done yet? Come on. Still doing its thing. I gotta remember not to use this one. Well, okay, there's the problem. It's a huge image, so it didn't scale well. Well, this was a fun show. It's going to take all of this time to do this. Yay. Kidding. Kind of. Sort of, not really. What else we got going on? There we go. Okay. So that's where we came up with. And I need... Colors are fine. Let's do... I like the paper texture. I don't need the frames. Actually, like that off. Let's leave you on. Okay. So now what I need to do... So I'm now duplicating all of that as a layer. Hiding that. And if I remember right, I went top down, which means I'm going to mask off the bottom here with my lovely little layer mask. Choose the right brush. Drop it down in size. Make sure it's actually deleting from the layer. So the cool thing is when you paint with white or black or some variation thereof, it either leaves the layer you've got the mask on there, or it subtracts from the layer. The first couple times you're going to do it, you're going to like, well, why? So white should clear it out, right? I mean, that should clear out that layer. No, just need to remember the mnemonic. Black reveals, white conceals. So the black, by painting with black, you actually reveal the layer underneath it. White conceals the layer underneath. That's all we're looking at right here. No, there is no political commentary there. got an ad starting in about just under 4 minutes. It's fine. We'll let the ad run. Might actually get this in before then. And if you're curious, so when you save something out as a different format in Photoshop, there are two different options for you. There's export and there's save as copy. So export brings it down to 72 dpi, which is perfect for web or low quality printing. And then save as copy exports it at whatever DPI you've got it currently set. This may be 300, this may be 72, I don't know. The difference is that save as copy is a lot heavier intensive, adds more information to the file on the back end and the metadata. The save for or export, or used to be save for web, doesn't do that. It basically strips everything that's extraneous out of it, so it makes it a smaller file. All right, so that's done there. Let's go back to. I know it's a big export. You can't do it. You can't do it. Oh, all right. Again, go to InDesign. Thank you. So when this ad comes up in about 2 minutes, I'm going to keep working as I do. Nope, that's not what I want. What did I just do? What'd you do, Ray? What'd you do? So this section is done. And now I got to import the last of the major section. So I'm going to add a page. Add a blank page to start with. Drop my cursor in there somewhere. Come on, please drop my cursor. Thank you. File, words flow. Place with words flow. So this is a fairly expensive plugin. Updatable Microsoft Word stuff in. Pretty sure that was just about stuff, right? Yeah. So 5e Storm Spring. Cool. Whee. So now it goes through, and anything that I have it set as will import into the at least mostly correct format. So things like headlines or headers and things should actually come in correctly if they've been done correctly. And it looks like I'm about 15 seconds out from my ad, so when that happens, we're going to go to starting soon. All right. So I can't even tell if I'm in ad yet. Nifty. Well, I'm just going to keep moving through then. Okay. Looks like we're actually in ads. Cool. I'm just going to keep going. So you might ask me why I keep going. Well, frankly, if I keep going through this, when it exports out, it actually, when I export directly to YouTube, it, whatever I'm doing during the ad actually exports out. So we'll do this anyways. All right. Reminds me I have to go to YouTube and update some of the things that I've exported. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Let's drop break there. That imported wrong. That is H3TOC. Beautiful. And you can bounce there. So we have a human, female, hell smog giant. Of course. And a male cloud giant. Well, why not? Why wouldn't you have those things? I love the imagination. The designers that Luke has working on his stuff are amazing. If I played D&D or 5e, I'd be using them, but I don't. Right now, we're testing the sci-fi version, so cloud giants and hill giants and hellspawn don't. Well, the hellspawn work, but yeah. So I need to leave something in here where I can put in an image. It's been too many pages without. All right. So if we go there, we will break it there, which gives us this really awkward looking thing here. But I like to do this. Ah, perfect. Okay. What are we doing? Portals. Portals. Let's find the image of a portal. Fantasy portal. Crap, we just used that one. Oh, that's interesting. I have to come back for that one. Too much, too much, too much. That's not terrible. Oh, it's alright. I've already used it on something. Not this time, but okay, that's cool. I'm saving that for my sci-fi stuff. Alright, let's see here. Portal, portal. Who's got the portal? Nothing fun. Nothing fun. Fit. I dig that. Not gonna use it, but I dig it. You're cool. So as I go through this, I actually save stuff that I can think of spots where I can use stuff later, um, in my own work or in maybe in his. All right. Photoshop. It's already draw-y enough that I don't have to worry about it. So let's just do. Wait, which way did I go with this? So cross the. Yep, that'll work. Cool. I like the look of this thing, so I am just cutting off the top here. Just leaving a rough hewn edge. I'm pretty sure we're out. Yep, we're out of the ad break. That's good. Come on. Wakey, wakey, Photoshop. InDesign, and this is how we go through this stuff so fast. Find the big green door. Excuse me. Oof, too much pop. There we go. We will tuck this behind that layer. And now it looks like a portal. Ooh, that's right. Now we have to throw in the map. I'd sing the I'm the Map song, but that would probably get me a strike. And I don't like that. And you don't want to hear me sing. Trust me. You really don't want to hear me sing. I definitely do not have dulcet tones in my voice. Raincloud Fortress, okay. Hope I got the right one on the last one. I think I did. We'll see. You may ask why I put that so close to the edge and lose some of that. It's because these are all released as VTTs anyway, so the GM probably is going to print or use the VTT for these. This is more of a reference for them. is not necessarily a printed handout. Heaven help them if they try to actually print this thing. Core bulleted. Alright. The Rain Cloud Forest. Didn't that used to be a restaurant chain? Oh, wait. Rain Cloud Cafe. Never mind. I crack myself up. Don't. Nope. No. No. It's the not Superman theme. Right? Now I'm just being silly. Let's see. How long have we been live? I don't have a clue. Oh, 45 minutes. Cool. Not enough space, so we're going to have to dump here. So I gotta find something for that. Wrong one. Cloud Fortress. Nothing. Fantasy Cloud Castle. As with most search terms, it's all about how you do it. Oh, that'll work. You're purdy. Yep. What shape am I sticking this into? Oh, okay. Cool. I can do that. Up. That's what I needed. 4 by 5. Oops. There we go. So Brian, why did you take it down that small? Because I don't need big. The smaller the image, the better this process works, and the faster. So Pardon me. I'm so far beyond where I need to be. Once I get this done, I'm going to flip it back. I'm going to call it a day with you folks. I still have work to do. But thanks for hanging out for those of you who do. Thanks for watching for those of you that do. Again, I will post our lovely locations. You'll see how I do this, how I plan on playing with this image. Momentarily. Actually, at this point, I hate to do this to you folks. I know it's been a short run, but let me go back to there. All right. Due to some stuff that's coming up right now, I need to take off. Thanks for hanging out with me. For those of you who did, for those of you who are watching later, thanks for that as well. We'll be back. I'm going to make this a much more normal thing again. We're going to be doing some other fun stuff with the layout design, including fringe stuff as well. We will talk to you later. Thank you so much. Again, my name is Brian. I am the One-Legged GM. Check out the store. Check out the website, the Discord, all that fun stuff, the YouTube. Yeah, links in the chat. Thank you so much.